Well, it's Saturday morning here in Southern Oregon. It's going to be a beautiful day. Um, we got a problem, and it's pretty serious. So, Chris, which you met in the last video, he said he watched my video, and I was going off of the intake manifold for my 3 degrees. And he said the 3 degrees, you got to get off the balancer. So I was like, well, what do you get off the manifold? I should have asked more questions. Like, where do you get the 3 degrees? I just assumed it was on the top of the motor. And I was wrong. You get 3 degrees off the balancer, and you should be 0 degrees on the motor. So I got the balancer on there. I need to run it all the way in, but we're not that far off. Regardless, I've got to undo my welds, and the motor's got to go down in the back. So we got that going for us. Still need to remove the brake off the transmission, which I should have done before I even put the transmission in here. So let's see how far off we are. So we're at like 6 degrees on the balancer. And we're at like 3 degrees on the intake manifold. So what I'm saying is we did a good job balancing it at 3 degrees off the intake manifold, but that isn't where you get your 3 degrees. Great. The other good news is I'm not going to do this right now because I just bought another truck. And we're going to go get it. Pretty cool. I'll show you. I mean, it's going to take me a couple hours, but it won't take a couple hours for you because it'll probably be the next scene. So here we are. This is a 1996 Dodge 2500 with the Cummins turbo diesel. Picked this thing up. Gonna turn this into my daily driver.
Can you fire it and see if it goes?
Yeah. Chris is gonna go ahead and start it up. And while he's doing that, I got some egg rolls from the mini mart. So it's got transmission issues.
Okay.
Shut that off. I'm thinking the transmission's gonna have to come out. When you have egg rolls, you gotta have cherry Pepsi. So my plan here is we got another buddy, Jace, who I got the big block from. He's showing up here with one of his trailers, and we're gonna pull this onto the trailer with the war pig. But first, I'm gonna eat this last egg roll I got from the mart. Look at those brand new batteries I put in there the other day. $240 for the pair. No core charge. Yeah. Mm-hmm. With the Bosch. Here's Jace. So I should have brought my gun because there's squirrels around here. Luckily, Chris carries like 7. Here comes our trailer. Oh, he brought the big one. Is that going to give you enough room to... Oh, this one tilts. Yeah. I like this trailer. So since I poured that gallon of ATF in here, I was expecting to see ATF on the ground. It used to be over there, and I got it running, and I put it in 4-wheel drive, and I got up that hill a little ways because the brakes weren't working very well. I was a little nervous about driving it home, and it just started rolling backwards. Well, I put a gallon in. There was no ATF in it. I probably should have checked the oil, huh? Well, the window rolls down a little slow. Transmission doesn't shift. Well, it's not going into reverse or drive. In 2-wheel drive, it does nothing. But if you yank on the 4-wheel drive lever real hard, it'll engage into 4-low. So we got that going for us. Dumped this off the trailer yesterday around noon. So I kind of tinkered with it, drained the transfer case oil, and it was pretty dark. And there wasn't a ton in it. So this morning I filled it up. And yesterday I started this thing and let it run and played with it and went to start it this morning. Oh, now it's working. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is hilarious. So now it's running. So now that I got oil in the transfer case, I'm hoping that that's what the issue was, which I doubt it because everything's mechanical. But let's give it a shot. Oh, I felt pressure. I should undo the brake maybe? No way. This thing's working. See if it goes into reverse. Sure thing. Well, shoot. Man, how awesome. Yeah, so yesterday, this thing, we couldn't get it to move. We had the trailer at home. And you would just put it in reverse or drive, and then you go to put it in park, and it would just make a ton of noise, like grinding noises, like something was spinning and not stopping. So last night I did what I just told you, drained it, put transmission fluid in it, and now the thing's working. And we're in 2 high. That is amazing. Well, I kind of want to drive it now. Let's do that. So anyway, this morning I went out here to start it, You know, it was like 7 o'clock. It was chilly, really chilly, and it would just start and then it would just shut off immediately. And I tried a bunch of different things, checking grounds, vacuum lines, all that stuff. Um, and then I ran an errand, came back. I plugged the block heater in, and then I primed the lift pump. So I don't know if it's from being plugged in or it was a fuel pressure issue, but the lift pump, when you pump it, fuel comes out of the push button. So thinking it's going to need a lift pump, which I want to change the fuel filter anyway. It needs an oil change. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen to this truck, but I kind of want to get this thing on the road and see what it does. Might have to get towed back, I think. All right. This window takes a long time to roll up, and I can't roll Richards down. Well, is it going to move? Yep. Unbelievable. We're building oil pressure. That was another one of my concerns, which it was low on oil. This thing's got a lot of oil leaks, and I think it's basically because it's a 216,000 mile Dodge. I can't believe I'm driving this thing. I thought this was going to be, thought it was going to need a transmission. Then yesterday I thought it was going to need a transfer case. And then this morning I thought it was going to need a lift pump. And as soon as I turn the camera on, everything starts working. What does that tell you? Brakes are working good. First, second. There's third. And there's fourth. Unbelievable. Our RPM gauge doesn't work. I've always wanted one of these trucks. And I actually always wanted a standard cab. I had a 97 F350 Power Stroke Ford, and I loved that truck. It was a standard cab, and it just had the straight pipe on it. There wasn't a chip or anything like that. With a standard cab, and this has got the long box, they're easy to park, drive around town, and then you can just load up the bed of this thing heavy. You know what I mean? I can't believe we're driving this thing. Drive by Chris's and see if he's already left for church. Uh-oh. Well, this is what it was doing yesterday. Let's see if we can get it. Well, this thing is just not having it. I'm just gonna roll back here. Folks are in church right there. Guess I shouldn't roll back and drive. It's something with this four-wheel drive. Let's see. Now we're in 4 low. Huh. Wonder if we're leaking. See, now if I go up into park, man, it sounds like it's engaged and then it doesn't go anywhere. Stay. Well, what do we do now? Hate to use my AAA to tow it a few blocks. Oh, the four-wheel drive light's working. That wasn't working yesterday. Huh. Maybe I just need to go get a soda or something. We made it 1.4 miles. Sweet. So we're out of two-wheel drive. Well, I'm going to have to pause this and phone a friend. The tire like right here, and I was able to get to that transfer case. That's what I got to pull off.
Right.
Perfect. Well, that was a fun test drive. 3 hours later, this thing's back home. Luckily, I had AAA. If you don't have AAA and you drive a bunch of junk, get AAA. It was like $82 for a 1-year membership just recently. And that one tow, a little over a mile, was worth the membership. I'm going to wrap up this video that you just watched. And next time, we're going to pull the transfer case out of this thing. I'm going to take it apart before I order the rebuild kit. And thinking we're going to try and rebuild this transfer case on our own. And then I want to replace the lift pump. Because when I pump on the fuel pressure pump button thing, fuel pushes out of it. And I think that's why it didn't start this morning, fuel pressure. It's possible that it needs like glow plugs or something like that. But I don't know a ton about diesels, and I don't know anything about four-wheel drives. So we're gonna learn a lot here. Thanks for watching.